China's rise as a global power is undeniable. Its economic and technological advancements have reshaped the geopolitical landscape. Less visible but no less significant is China's rapid naval expansion. This surge in maritime power is driven by a strategy known as civil-military fusion. This doctrine blurs the lines between civilian and military spheres, leveraging commercial vessels for military purposes. The implications of this strategy are profound. It allows China to expand its naval capabilities at an astonishing pace. This rapid growth is reshaping the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. The world watches with a mix of awe and apprehension as China's maritime ambitions become increasingly clear. At the heart of this strategy is the repurposing of civilian ships. Fishing boats, research vessels, and even ferries are being integrated into China's naval apparatus. This approach provides a force multiplier, enhancing the People's Liberation Army Navy's reach and capabilities. It also allows China to project power in ways that are difficult to counter. The fusion of civilian and military assets is a hallmark of China's strategic thinking. It reflects a deep understanding of modern warfare, where the lines between peace and conflict are increasingly blurred. This approach allows China to advance its interests assertively while maintaining a veneer of plausible deniability. China's navy now boasts the largest number of warships in the world. This numerical superiority is a testament to the country's relentless naval modernization program. It reflects a strategic imperative to secure China's maritime interests and project power far from its shores. China's shipbuilding industry has witnessed an unprecedented boom in recent years. New warships are being churned out at an astonishing rate, from aircraft carriers to destroyers and frigates. This rapid expansion has allowed China to close the gap with the United States Navy in terms of sheer numbers. The implications of this numerical advantage are significant. It gives China greater flexibility in deploying its naval forces. It also raises questions about the ability of the United States and its allies to maintain their naval dominance in the region. The balance of power in the Pacific is shifting, and the implications for global security are profound. While numbers alone do not guarantee victory in a naval conflict, they are a crucial factor in determining the overall balance of power. China's growing fleet poses a significant challenge to the United States and its allies, who are now forced to confront a new reality in the Indo-Pacific. The era of unchallenged US naval supremacy is coming to an end. China's civil-military fusion strategy goes beyond building warships. It integrates civilian vessels into its naval apparatus, exploiting the gray zone between peace and conflict. Fishing boats and research vessels advance China's maritime interests in disputed waters. Chinese fishing fleets in the South China Sea assert territorial claims. These government-subsidized fleets serve dual purposes. They provide economic benefits and displace other nations' fishing activities. Maritime militias disguised as civilian vessels are potent tools in the gray zone. Research vessels gather intelligence and map the seabed. This data is crucial for submarine operations. Using civilian vessels avoids raising tensions while gathering data. Civilian vessels in the gray zone advance China's interests without triggering military responses. This tactic exploits international law's ambiguity and avoids escalation. It is effective in asserting claims in the South and East China Seas. China's naval expansion is underpinned by its burgeoning shipbuilding industry. The country now possesses the largest shipbuilding capacity in the world, surpassing that of the United States and other traditional naval powers. This industrial might allows China to build and maintain a modern fleet at an unprecedented pace. China's shipyards are not only churning out warships, but are also constantly innovating and upgrading their capabilities. New technologies, such as advanced materials and automated systems, are being incorporated into shipbuilding processes. This focus on innovation ensures that China's navy remains at the forefront of maritime technology. The sheer scale of China's shipbuilding industry gives it a significant advantage in any protracted naval competition. It allows China to replace losses, upgrade its fleet, and maintain a high operational tempo. This capacity is crucial in a conflict where the ability to sustain naval power over time can be decisive. The United States and its allies face a significant challenge in keeping pace with China's shipbuilding prowess. The US Navy, while still technologically superior, is struggling to maintain its fleet size and modernize its ships. This disparity in shipbuilding capacity could have serious implications for the balance of power in the future. Section 5. A tale of two navies comparing Chinese and US capabilities. Comparing the naval capabilities of China and the United States is, well, a complex task. Both nations possess sophisticated navies with unique strengths and weaknesses. While the United States Navy has long been considered the dominant maritime force, China's rapid modernization program is closing the gap. The US Navy still enjoys advantages in several key areas. It has more experience in operating large carrier strike groups and conducting complex naval operations. The quality of its training and the professionalism of its sailors are also considered to be among the best in the world. However, China is rapidly catching up. Its warships are becoming increasingly sophisticated, equipped with advanced sensors, weapons systems, and electronic warfare capabilities. China is also investing heavily in areas like hypersonic missiles and artificial intelligence, which could give it an edge in future naval conflicts. The balance of power in the Pacific is shifting. While the United States Navy remains a formidable force, China's naval power is growing rapidly. The coming decades will likely see a more contested maritime environment, with both nations vying for influence and dominance at sea. Section 6. Beneath the waves. The submarine warfare gap. Submarine warfare is a critical aspect of naval power, and it is an area where the United States still maintains a significant advantage over China. The US Navy has a larger and more technologically advanced submarine fleet, including a significant number of nuclear-powered submarines. Nuclear submarines offer several advantages over their diesel-electric counterparts. They have virtually unlimited range and endurance, allowing them to operate independently for extended periods. They are also faster and quieter, making them more difficult to detect and track. China is aware of its submarine gap and is investing heavily in modernizing its submarine fleet. It is building new nuclear-powered submarines and developing advanced technologies like air-independent propulsion, AIP, to enhance the capabilities of its diesel-electric submarines. However, closing the submarine gap with the United States will be a long-term challenge for China. Building and operating a large fleet of advanced submarines requires significant technological expertise, industrial capacity, and operational experience. The United States' advantage in this area is likely to persist for the foreseeable future. Section 7. Vertical launch systems. A looming Chinese advantage, vertical launch systems, or VLS, are a critical component of modern warships, allowing them to launch a variety of missiles for different purposes. The United States Navy has long held an advantage in VLS capacity, but China is rapidly catching up. Chinese warships are now being equipped with larger and more sophisticated VLS cells, capable of launching a wider range of missiles, including anti-ship, land attack, and anti-air missiles. This increased VLS capacity enhances the firepower and versatility of Chinese warships. Some analysts predict that China could surpass the United States in total VLS capacity within the next few years. This shift in the balance of firepower has significant implications for naval warfare in the Pacific. It could give China an advantage in any future conflict, particularly in a scenario involving a large-scale naval engagement. The United States is aware of this challenge and is taking steps to maintain its VLS advantage. This includes developing new missile technologies and upgrading the VLS systems on its existing warships. However, China's rapid progress in this area is a cause for concern among US naval planners. Section 8. The Taiwan Strait, a potential flashpoint and the role of civilian vessels. The Taiwan Strait is one of the most dangerous flashpoints in the world. China claims Taiwan and has not ruled out force for reunification. The US supports Taiwan's defense despite the One China policy. Civilian vessels could transport troops and supplies in a conflict. This complicates Taiwan's defenses and US intervention. China's exercises show readiness for hybrid warfare. This raises concerns about escalation and civilian casualties. Section 9. Displacement dilemma. Does size matter in modern naval warfare? Naval displacement, the weight of a ship, is often used as a metric for comparing naval power. The United States Navy still has a larger total displacement than the Chinese Navy, primarily due to its fleet of large aircraft carriers. However, the relevance of displacement as a measure of naval power in the modern era is debated. Some argue that the proliferation of anti-ship missiles and other advanced weapons systems has reduced the effectiveness of large surface combatants like aircraft carriers. China's focus on developing a large fleet of smaller, more agile warships, combined with its investment in anti-ship missiles, suggests a different approach to naval warfare. This strategy emphasizes speed, maneuverability, and the ability to overwhelm an adversary with a barrage of missiles. The debate over displacement highlights the evolving nature of naval warfare and the need for navies to adapt to new technologies and threats. While size and firepower remain important, factors like stealth, electronic warfare capabilities, and the ability to network and share information are becoming increasingly crucial in determining naval dominance. Section 10. The Future of Sea Power, a New Era of Great Power Competition. The rise of China's naval power is a defining feature of the emerging security landscape in the 21st century. It marks the end of an era of unchallenged US naval dominance and the beginning of a new era of great power competition at sea. The implications of this shift are profound. The Indo-Pacific region, home to some of the world's busiest shipping lanes and vital sea lines of communication, is becoming increasingly contested. The risk of miscalculation and escalation between China, the United States, and other regional powers is growing. The future of sea power will be shaped by technological innovation, economic competition, and strategic rivalry. China's determination to challenge the existing maritime order is clear. The United States and its allies face a choice: adapt to this new reality or risk being left behind in a rapidly changing geopolitical environment. The stakes are high. The ability to control the seas has always been central to global power. The coming decades will determine whether the world will witness a new era of shared maritime dominance or a return to a more volatile and unpredictable era of great power competition at sea.